Welcome, friends. This is Archangel. Okay, so we may not be able to transmute the inherent gynocentrism of the human animal and bring equity or justice to this egregiously male-devaluing world, nor justice to the male abuse of governmental institutions in our lifetime, short of some flavor of apocalyptic event that would level the playing field, rendering females incapable of hiding behind entitlements and whipped males. We have many millennia worth of mistreatment to right, biological imperatives to somehow rewrite or tame, and billions of recalcitrant, clueless people to awaken. Oh, it's daunting. I feel like a person staring down 20 acres of wildfire holding a single 12-ounce glass of water. Actually, it's worse than that. We are stuck on a rotating globe 7,918 miles in diameter that is rampant with conservatives, traditionalists, feminists, manginas, white knights, pyramid schemers, and religious whack jobs. Yeah, and then there's the rest of the general nondescript man-hating population. Grim is definitely a word that hastily comes to mind in the face of all this. Yet resistance is not futile. In fact, the dismal outlook makes fervent vaginisty defiance even that much more poetic. I find such rich, vibrant meaning in bucking injustice that everybody else is complicit in. The point is, my living long enough to observe gynocentrism annihilate Homo sapiens is very doubtful, much like the odds of me witnessing humans somehow rewrite their biology and disable our gynocentric flagrancy. However, the one misandristic facet we can overturn is to stop cutting males. This is a tragedy we can sway in the here and now. Stop cutting babies. Long-winded people can continue on arguing male value, patriarchy, conservatism, traditionalism, and feminism into the foreseeable future. Awakening males can muse over unicorn existence or female nature for years on end. That's great. But stop cutting tender little boys right now. Circumcision is too nice a word to hide the violence foisted upon the most helpless. Circumcision is not prettier or healthier or cleaner. It is a prejudicial disfiguration of males. Circumcision is mutilation. Circumcision is violence. Circumcision is misandry personified. Circumcision is the equivalent of branding cattle, marking those of lesser value, and their inferior value is demonstrated by our usurpation of their rights to bodily sovereignty. They don't get to decide, just like puppies who have no say on whether they have their tails docked by superior humans because it looks nicer. So, for one, stop this barbaric practice right now. Wait, did I say right now? I meant yesterday. And two, quit candy coating our mutilation of males. Stop using flimsy justification for violence against males. This world hates males. This misandry is projected onto the male genitalia. Thus, we attack the genitalia of helpless males to show this disdain. And before they can grow to a large enough size where they might be able to physically object to being disfigured and branded in such an audacious fashion. Funny, we have laws which largely serve two purposes: to enforce templates of behavior and to legislate the flow of goods and services. The main purpose of the former is to protect the weak or disadvantaged from unfair trespass by others, to keep their rights intact. Murder, rape, assault, laws exist to protect individuals from unsolicited trespass by any other. Yet our laws fail to protect the ones who need its protection the most: boys. Parents cannot even be trusted with infant male offspring because even these loving, doting parents endorse the abhorrent mutilation of their boys. Nor can the doctors be trusted with doing no harm to our tender juvenile males. Nor can religious leaders be trusted with counseling against injustice. So we come to the last chance saloon of enforcing equity, law. And even law cannot be trusted with our male youth. Everyone fails boys. Oh yeah, we strive to keep females' rights intact, but we can't see fit to keep intact the rights of male infants to remain intact. We spend all kinds of time, energy, and tax dollars dreaming up, researching, and then swaying public opinion and ratifying laws down to the most ridiculous. but we can't see fit to protect the anatomy and sovereignty of helpless boys. Yeah, we need to legislate that animals cannot mate within 500 yards of a school or church in California, but we can't outlaw violence against 3-day-old Billy. In Louisiana, it is simple assault to bite someone with your natural teeth, and aggravated assault if you bite them with false teeth. In Arizona, you might get 25 years for cutting down a cactus. In New York, it's illegal to take selfies with large cats, like tigers or lions. In Rhode Island, it is unlawful to sell toothpaste and a toothbrush to the same customer on Sunday. And it is forbidden to call a pig Napoleon in France. Oh, you bet, we can put time and effort into dreaming up and enacting such asininities, but we can't see fit to save boys from bigoted assault. So, if you're in Michigan, don't chain your alligator to a fire hydrant. And when swimming in Portugal, do not urinate in the ocean. But carving up little Junior's most sensitive parts? Hell yeah, cut 'em up, Doc. We have more important things to attend to and legislate, like outlawing pink hot pants after midday on Sundays in Victoria, Australia. Moreover, it is curious how all the holy rollers are outspoken in their objection to stem cell research, because they need to voice and protect the rights of helpless unborn fetuses. Bravo! Good for you guys! But wait, they are conspicuously silent about protecting the rights of the newly born Y-chromosomed. Not only do they not protect God's male children, they assault and make mockery of the anatomy God gave human males. I guess God makes mistakes and didn't mean to put that much skin down there. And thus, man, in all his inferiority, is correcting the perfect, omnipotent God's mistake. How sweet. Or wait, maybe it's like drink containers or certain battery-operated objects, where you need to remove tab A before consumption or usage. Either way, that extra skin at the end of Junior's floppy little noodle needs to be yanked off. It's for his own good. So, okay, quite simply, it all boils down to this. I don't give two rat turds what people think about circumcision or the reasons they proffer as to why they endorse wholesale male genital mutilation. It is not your choice to remove the anatomy of another. Personal opinions are absolutely irrelevant. It is the prerogative of each individual to decide the state of their own body, period. Male's body, male's choice. It is not the choice of parents, friends, doctors, religious figures, and definitely not the right of a man-hating, male-devaluing, propagandized, gynocentric society to sanction male mutilation. Let me repeat that once again for the hard of hearing. It is not the parent's right at all. My personal, biased, misguided opinions about whether you should hack off your earlobes or keep them intact is absolutely irrelevant to anybody else, since I do not possess the right to hack off your earlobes. They are your earlobes, a part of your anatomy, not some choice I am entitled to make for you because I think it's cleaner or looks better, or because I am of the opinion that lobes are some useless, superfluous piece of dermis at the bottom of your ear, and cutting it away will make God happy. Furthermore, any doctor that espouses anything other than complete male intactness and absolute respect for male bodily sovereignty, well, they are quite simply slaves to the almighty dollar and peddle this misandry so they can pad the bill a little bit more. Come on, he has to support some entitled gold digger at home who refuses to believe that credit cards can be maxed out. As always, money is God. Wealth is that which we prostrate ourselves before and worship, not that imperfect idiot who screwed up and put too much skin around the glands of male genitalia that we have to subsequently remove to prove our service to him, when in reality, we are simply fixing his and or evolution's major screw-up. There are many good physicians, don't get me wrong, but the majority consider the welfare of their pocketbook before that of their patients. Unfortunately, there are a lot of hypocrites to the Hippocratic Oath. There is no life-threatening condition that the removal of helpless infant foreskin will somehow forestall. Gynocentrism overshadows all. Governments, religion, societies, parents, doctors, educational staff, friends, family, and general citizenry. Nobody is there to protect our little boys. Oh, but how we fall all over ourselves to protect little girls. Even in the last strongholds of patriarchy, like many Islamic countries where we are inundated with images of female oppression by ruthless, domineering males. Even in the supposed misogynistic holdouts where women are abused and marginalized with the regularity of old folks on prune juice, even they protect their girls over their boys. Even these terrible, monstrous woman haters have conceded to popular sway and largely discontinued female circumcision. Yeah, but they continue to hack on their male populace like lumberjacks. I Am Serious did an excellent video which inspired me on this. I will link it in the box. Nobody cares about males, and this absolutely translates to boys, who are seen as mini shovels, utility providers in training. And we see this hatred of males manifest in the criminal act of branding helpless males that we cheerfully coin as circumcision. This misandristic assault handicaps males and inflicts more trauma than we can realize. I do not consciously remember being assaulted years ago, but whenever I consider this topic, I have a rage inside that bubbles up and hits me, and suddenly I am aware of the very pregnant urge to break things, preferably the faces of those assaulting boys. So, if infants do not remember, or if it really doesn't harm them physically or emotionally, then what is the origin of this anger that comes out of nowhere when circumcision is discussed in my presence? I hear this same sentiment from other males who were maliciously mutilated as well. Ironic, isn't it, how we humans pretend superiority and elevation above the animal kingdom, yet in such cases we fail to protect our male youth more than most other animal species. We play classical music, or speak kind words, or sing lullabies to the developing fetus, and kiss mommy's tummy so the developing child is supported with positivity and adopts fewer emotional scars to lie on the couch and confess 30 years later to an aloof note scribbler who is forever asking, "How did that make you feel?" We set up such specific environments to nurture little baby and surround them with love and inspiration and fret over how to keep babies from harm. Yet we see fit to rip off the end of their magic stick immediately following the birthing trauma. Nah, they won't remember a thing, but if you don't sing to them while they bathe, they may grow up with emotional trauma. Really? So it's cool to chop up helpless boys, but we need to police them to make sure they do not wear t-shirts that may have offensive slogans, which might objectify females and cause female classmates distress. Male anatomy is not a choice. Just like pinky toe or nostril removal is not a choice on the new parents menu. Would you like your daughter with or without pinky toes? Would you like us to take a little extra off her nostrils? How absurd does this sound? Yet asking parents, would you like your new son with or without foreskin? Yeah, that's alright. That's acceptable. That's loving and humane. Huh? Really? Really? Get the freak out of here with that crap and allow me to donate a swift kick in the ass to send you on your way. Circumcision cessation is not a request. It is not a suggestion. It is not a choice. Stop cutting little boys. My friends, stand with me and help future generations of males live free.